Hello again everyone, this is SabyneSpyce and welcome back to Let's Play Primordia. So, in order to finish up with 187th Legion build, I need to come back to the tower. Now before anybody yells at their screen and says, "But Sabine, you've been here 1,000,001 times, what's the difference now?" I forgot one thing about this game. You can right-click to be able to look at things.
This must be where 187th Legion build tried shooting the door, but the damage is entirely superficial.
Amateurs?
Oh, that's the step I needed. Yeah, I forgot your left click is basically your use, your walk, etc. Your right click is to look at things. I am such a dummy sometimes. It is so annoying. So I can take care of it. Here we go.
I inspected the damage. All you did was ding the metal.
Well, for once, I can't complain about the Sonic t-shirts they gave me. I owe you one, sir. If I ever see you again, I'll be sure to repay the favor.
Yay! And away he goes. Okay, so now...
It's a keycard scanner.
Someday, that's going to work.
Crispin, you are too much of a smartass sometimes. Alrighty, so now I can go. And we're going to head back down to the Underworks. And we're going to... You may have briefly seen the bridge in one of my prior videos. We're going to go and we're going to lower that bridge. Why? Because why not? Squish, squish, squish. Okay. So I'm going to send Crispin to look at the keypad.
Crispin, can you try typing something into that keypad?
If by typing you mean ramming my face, then yes, boss, I suppose I can.
Oh, Crispin. Oh, okay, that's not going to work. I guess I don't need the 0. Let's try that. Ta-da!
Let's go.
Well, this is interesting.
Are these heads?
Did you hear something?
Zombie rods.
Boss, do you see those things? I've got a bad feeling about this, boss.
Crispin, on the count of 3. 1.
Never mind.
I am Clarity Arbiter built. Version 2. Law Clerk to Arbiter, Judge of Metropole. This is my home. Now, if you will excuse me a moment.
Well, hello, Clarity.
That's barbaric.
Civilization is defined by law, and this is lawful. As enemies of the city, they forfeited their components. I have merely exercised my right of plunder.
That sounds familiar.
Whether it's legal or not, it's grotesque.
You have a strange way of saying thank you.
Yeah, he kinda
Thank you.
does.
I'm Horatio Nobuild, version 5.
And I'm Crispin Horatio build, version 1.
Welcome, Horatio. Crispin, what brings you to the Underworks?
What were those things?
They are shells. Robots who traded their processors and memory to Metromind in exchange for energy and repairs. Now mindless, they still scavenge parts to trade with her.
Those were the last of them, right?
Hardly.
If only.
Metromind now has more efficient ways to accumulate processor power, but she left hundreds of shells in the Underworks.
Is there any way to save them?
That question is irrelevant. They lived profligate lives, and when they had squandered their resources, chose to become thieves and destroyers.
That's sad.
Punishment, not clemency, is what justice requires.
You said you were a law clerk. What does that mean?
My sister Charity and I were built to advise Arbiter Manbuilt, who administers Metropol's court. Charity sees everything through the lens of mercy. For me, the law is clear, a matter of ones and zeros, unclouded by preference or sentiment.
Law without mercy, huh? How does that even work?
Perfectly. It is the opposite approach that fails. Mercy is malware. Once infected with it, justice becomes slow and unpredictable. In time, the system itself must be discarded. Only my vigilance protected Arbiter from this taint, but he has been without me for a long time.
Interestingly enough, I actually think that it's the balance of the two of them that works the best. You have that balance of clarity and charity. If you have one without the other, then you have the problem.
Why are you taking their heads?
I am giving fair warning.
To other shells?
No, they lack the capacity for fear. The heads are for a robot named Scraper Sternweiler built.
You really think a bunch of rusty boxes will scare him off?
No, I do not want to scare him. I want to warn him. When he ignores that warning, I can destroy him lawfully and without guilt.
Well, there is that.
Boss, she's kind of exciting my electrons.
Did you say Arbiter man-built? As in, built by man himself?
Yes.
Does man still walk here? In Metropole?
No.
But man was here in the past.
The public records regarding humans were deleted by council decree. What I know is entirely hearsay. I was built after the Urbanians murdered them during the war.
Impossible.
That is what Arbiter told me, and it was told to him by Metromind. Beyond that, I cannot say.
Did Arbiter tell you anything else about man?
Only that he missed their legal arguments. Quite amusing, if often illogical.
Legal arguments?
Yes. To play a symbolic role in their justice system, humans argued cases before Arbiter.
Symbolic? Play a role? Man is the all-builder, our lord and master.
It is possible that the man you worship is not the humans in my records. All I know is hearsay. Do not rush to judgment.
Why aren't you with Arbiter?
Arbiter sent me away. I don't know why. The evidence suggests he viewed my sister Charity's advice as superior.
What do you mean?
When Metromind began taking over the council, Charity and I disagreed as to how Arbiter should respond. I informed Arbiter that the Metropolitan Constitution permitted him to dissolve the council and govern by decree. Charity felt that this would inevitably lead to civil war and suffering. As ever, she preached moderation. We argued. Arbiter told me to leave. This was the only place I could go.
Why? There's an entire city up there.
Every building in Metropole is owned by either the council or a private citizen. If I went to the council, it would embarrass Arbiter. If I went to a private citizen, my impartiality would be questioned when I returned to the court one day. Here, I owe nothing to anyone.
But you have to fight off crazy robots all the time.
Actually, I enjoy that. It's a pleasant break from legal research and writing.
I imagine.
I'd like to report a theft. My power core was stolen by a big robot.
Big claws, shoots lasers, talks like this.
He came aboard the crashed ship I was living in, attacked me, and stole the core.
Took it.
Excuse me?
Whether the taking was a theft is a legal determination. Please do not characterize the evidence.
It was my power core. He shot me, and he stole it.
I know the robot you describe. His name is Scraper Sternweiler built, and he is the servant of Metromind Manbuilt, a member of the council that governs this city. I have no fondness for Metromind, but I must be impartial in considering your claim. Tell me, did Scraper say anything before he took your power core?
Before he stole my power core,
Like
he said
that.
something like, enemy, forfeit, plunder.
I see.
What, are those words override commands to turn off law and order?
They are legal concepts, Horatio. If Scraper's characterization is correct, then he did not steal your power core. He took lawful possession of it.
He shot me, and he stole it.
Calm down, boss.
This occurred inside the city.
No, in the dunes.
I see. In a crashed airship.
Yes, I said that already.
I appreciate your report, Horatio Nullbuilt. You have presented a credible claim that Scraper Sternweiler built, no doubt acting at Metromind's direction, took your power core. Beyond that, however, there is not even probable cause to arrest, let alone evidence to convict Scraper. First, the dunes are outside the ordinary jurisdiction of metropolitan law. Second, a crashed ship in the dunes is likely a relic of the War of the Four Cities. If so, your ship was forfeit enemy property, legally subject to plunder by the council.
Ouch.
Scraper, acting as an agent of a council member, would be within his rights to seize it. Nevertheless, I would advise you to bring your case before Arbiter for further examination.
How can I see Arbiter?
Anyone can petition him. Cases are considered in the order they are brought to court. But
What?
I met a scavenger who told me that the courthouse was sealed and that Arbiter was no longer hearing cases. But that cannot be true. The Metropolitan Constitution requires him to resolve all cases and controversies. He would not fail in that duty.
Sounds like he already has.
Nonsense. Not even charity could persuade him to abandon his obligations. Still, I did not detect any falsehood, evasion, or omission in the scavenger's statement. So perhaps the courthouse has been locked for some other reason. If so, it may be that Arbiter is trying to contact me, but cannot. Maybe he is already calling me home.
Maybe.
Horatio, I have a request of you. You are under no obligation to perform it, and I will be under no obligation to you, even if you do. Do you understand?
I don't even know what you're asking me to do.
Talk to Arbiter. Ask him if I can return. Tell him that I await his summons.
That's it? Believe me, we've had to do a lot worse than that. Like this one time we chased this crazy partial named Gamma.
Of course we'll help. But how do we even get into the courthouse?
This will get you inside.
Yay, got it.
Thanks.
I must thank you, Horatio.
Clarity, you saved our lives. Compared to that, running an errand is nothing.
The law
True.
obligated me to save you, Horatio. I would have done the same for Metromind. But I am glad it was you that I saved. I wish you justice.
Well, well. Yet another player in this little drama that is Primordia. I wonder, since I'm down here, has this cleared out over here yet? I guess we'll find out. Nope. Alright. Oops. Okay, so we're gonna head back up to the courthouse. And we're going to see what's going on up there. Yes, I love the cutscenes in this. They're just so interesting to listen to. Okay, one key card. Scanner. Yay! Go ahead and head inside.
Ram and Rom. What is that thing?
I think it's Arbiter. Come on. Arbiter, my name is Horatio Nobuilt.
Keep going.
I'm here because a robot from this city stole my ship's power core.
Don't forget your book.
And my copy of the Gospel of Man. How can I make them? How can I?
Interesting.
Crispin, go see what Arbiter has been transmitting to that reporter.
Boss?
Probably a whole
It's
lot
just
of
the
nothing.
same thing over and over again. No code base to initiate.
Facade.
Unbelievable. Someone must have formatted Arbiter's system. I can't reach it.
I'm sure it still just says, no code base to initiate.
Alright.
So, boss, do you think you can get Arbiter running?
There's nothing there to run. No code base to initiate. His memory banks must have been completely wiped.
So all that work to get into the courthouse?
Wasted. It's like
Ouch.
the bomblet all over again.
Except without the awesome explosion.
I can't reach it. Anyone home?
Boss, I'm pretty sure hitting Arbiter isn't going to do any good.
Well, it's not going to do any harm. I can't reach it.
Let's see.
How would that even work?
Apparently not here.
It's a basic robot that prints whatever information is transmitted to it. It's the shell of some kind of robot, but I can't make it out in the darkness.
Well, you know what they say when there's darkness.
Let's get a closer look at that shell.
Turn on the light.
And mercy.
Is that Clarity?
No, just a similar model. It must be her sister, Charity. What's left of her, anyway. It looks like she shot herself.
Alright, now I can do this.
It's downloading some memory files.
Your proposal is injudicious, Clarity. Withdraw from the Council would...
Show others there is an alternative to Metromind.
No, it would ignite civil war.
The law permits.
Do not tell me what the law permits. Clarity, I know your constants in Codebase. I know your talents, and I know their limits. At this time, I do not need your advice. Go now. I will summon you when necessary.
Sister.
I can't unpack the other files. They're locked.
What about Clarity, boss? Maybe she can...
Unauthorized entry detected.
Uh-oh.
Surrender.
Hide. And do what? It's Scraper.
Yes, I realized that. Let's see.
The last thing I want to do is get his attention.
Okay, that didn't work. Think.
And do what? It's Scraper.
Okay.
I'd be seen.
So that's not the right thing. Alright, I think this is a good spot to stop this video. I will pick up again with the next video where I will get past Scraper and we will go from there. So as always guys, have a great night and don't ever give up on something that you love. Until next time.